he said to me, I'm going to ask you about your biological dad. And I was like, okay, that's cool. And then he said to me on air, what's his name? And I was like, oh my God. And he knew that I was desperate. As much as writing the book had been a catharsis and it had helped me, I just didn't, there was something still missing. So I gave my dad's real name. And Black Twitter, being what it is, thank God for Black Twitter, galvanized in the way that we do. And 2 days later, and actually, you know what, I always say this, and in fact, it was like a really white Afrikaans woman who messaged me 2 days later, but Black Twitter did galvanize. And so this woman messaged me and said, could this be your dad? And gave me a phone number and whatever. I was like, okay. But it was his name's Daxon. Well, his name's Hashane, but everyone calls him Daxon. So it said Hashane Makwala, and I was like, I don't know, that's not the name I had. So we called, and oh God. So we called, and it was actually my ex who was having this conversation with him. So I said, you have to call him. And he said, did you used to work at the Balalaika? And my dad said, no. I was like, really, you never worked at the Balalaika? No. Okay, no problem. And just as he was about to put the phone down, my dad said, it was a very long time ago. And I flew across the bed and grabbed the phone and just was hysterical and just said, I'm your daughter. And he said, oh, shit. And then I was like, yeah, no shit, oh shit. And you know, his first thing was like, are you okay? And I didn't know what he knew about me or anything. I didn't know anything. And we had a conversation, and it was definitely him. And so the next week I flew up to Joburg and we met.
Gosh, God, that's amazing.
Yeah.
And what was that like? I mean, can you describe it?
It was literally the best day of my life.